Do you remember that great feeling when you were sitting in computer class in middle school and the teacher told you you had free time to play some learning games, but you were too cool for learning games, so you secretly typed addicting games into your computer? Ah yes, addictinggames.com, the forbidden fruit. I know for a fact that a lot of you who are my age have this same experience, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry you missed out on this. The early 2010s was truly a golden era for Flash games. Something felt truly magical about messing around on these games while you're supposed to be learning math and stuff. So today, rather than diving deep on the psychology of why Duck Life cured hundreds of 12-year-olds' depression around the world, I want to gush about all of the incredible Flash games that were lost to time and yet still hold a special place in our hearts. Like Fancy Pants Adventures. This game had no right being as fun and as polished as it is. The art design is so simple yet memorable. Once you first see this little dude in his fancy orange pants, it's hard to forget. Plus, the best part of this gem is how smooth the animations and physics feel. Running across each stage reminds me of the classic Sonic games, and I mean the good ones. You can wall jump like in Mario, do backflips off of enemies, and when you meet your untimely demise, the sound effect is just as humiliating as I remember it. Back in my school days, this game was my jam, and I always pop back in every once in a while to remind myself of my humble beginnings in gaming. Pop back in, that reminds me. Remember Poptropica? It's another fairly simple game. You point and click to move your character and basically just explore. Once you make your Once you make your character, the coolest feature of this game is all the themed islands you could adventure. There was Superpower Island, where you could stop criminals from doing bad guy stuff and unlock abilities like flight and super speed. There was Astronite Island that starts in medieval times and eventually you leave Earth on a quest through uncharted planets. There was seriously so much that you could do in Poptropica. And I would say it was pretty impressive for a free game, but do you remember seeing all those ads literally mixed in with the world? My stupid 12-year-old brain was just excited to see SpongeBob, so it never really bothered me. There was also those social clubs where you could actually see other players hanging out and chatting. My friends and I used to always try and meet up in the clubs, but I don't think that ever actually ended up happening. Either way, Poptropica is super cool, and I'm happy to share this fond memory with a lot of people. But how could I list the many great Flash games without mentioning the king of them all, Bloons Tower Defense? This game was all about monkeys defending the honor of their people by shooting balloons with little blowguns. Personally, I was never hooked on this game like my other friends, so to get the inside scoop, I asked my buddy Apox Gorilla why he was so addicted growing up. He went on to say, "Like all the games, BTD 4, 5, and 6 is what I played the majority of my time on the game, and honestly one of the main reasons I came back were those upgrades, brother." And then he put a little emoji with a $sign tongue. I know it's cliche, but that's literally how I found the game. Upgrading games where you can stack the bread and visually see your progress with towers and how there are different paths within each tower. So many different ways to play and a different outcome every time. I miss it, bro. I may have to re-download it. Thanks so much for that insightful outlook, Gorilla. Just from that snippet, I deeply regret not playing this game when I was younger, because I'm sure he is one of very many that feel the same way about Bloons. But you know what? Him telling me about Bloons made me want to give the game another try, so maybe there's a chance I'll finally become as hooked as he was. There are also a few Flash games that I hear about very rarely, and I know for a fact a ton of people were playing them. One of these games was Raft Wars, a game about a couple of kids on a raft shooting tennis balls at comically annoying criminals and pirates. It's pretty much Angry Birds before Angry Birds was a thing. You also have to keep upgrading your raft until you end up with an entire ship and your own crew, so it's really hard to put down. I kid you not, when I was recording footage for this game, I ended up playing for over an hour. I didn't plan on this, it just became so addictive. The music and sound effects were so nostalgic, and honestly, if you have time to kill with nothing else to do, Raft Wars will keep you entertained. The final game I want to talk about is one that I've always found myself going back to. Line Rider is easily the most simple of these games, and yet it's probably the most popular. There is no objective to Line Rider, just pure creativity. It's so easy to get into as well. All you need is a simple line and you can watch your little rider go wild. While it is simple, the community of players who continue to play this game have created some real masterpieces. there are some incredible tracks and works of art that you can find here, and I think this early Flash game may have inspired a lot of creativity in games we see today. So what's the point of this video? To be honest, I don't really know. I guess I wanted to share some memories that you may have forgotten were there. But more importantly, especially if you have the same love for gaming that I do, take this as a sign to go back and give your favorite Flash games another shot. It's a great way to see how much your opinion on these games has changed, and if you have nothing better to do, why not? I think it's gonna surprise you the amount of nostalgic memories that it'll bring back. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. 1,000 subscribers, we did it! Thank you guys for this. I plan on making a special video to celebrate in the future, but in the meantime, let's keep it going. Subscribe for more nostalgic gaming content like this. I promise I won't let you down. As always, keep gaming to the fullest, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.